that. Don't let the muggles get you down. Yeah.
I think you're truly something special. Just what my dreams are really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, boy. There's no one like you around.
Okay, it's actually a brew. So, I thought I would do a story time. It's a shocking story time. Where do I start? So I thought I would come and sit on my bed, cosy, because this is where I usually do my story time with my friends. It's Hogwarts season. Sorry, just to let you know. Whilst I was at uni, I worked at Spoons. So the Spoons I worked at was a Lloyds #1 bar on Wednesday through to Saturday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday we'd have a DJ on. We were really, really popular, more with like the Preston locals than we were with the students. This is one of many times that I caught people having sex in the toilets. This is one of the funnier ones. If you've ever been into like a nice Spoons, you probably know that they'll have like some sort of sofa or a seat or anything like that inside the toilets. It's just one of the things that they do. Like one of the things that Spoons do as well is that they get a bespoke carpet for every single Spoons that gets built. You won't find the same carpet in 2 Spoons. Fun fact for you there. So yeah, it's just one of those things. The people that work there have to check the toilets every half an hour. So you go down and check them, you sign the sheets that you've checked them, cleaned anything up. Obviously people would go down, sign the name and go back up because they couldn't be bothered checking it. But also, on the other hand, because like I just said, they've got sofas and things like that in there, some of us would just go down there and skive. One day, I think it was a Sunday, I was on the floor, which was a very rare occurrence because I hated the floor anyway. So we'd gone down to the toilets and it was a very big Spoon, so we had a lot of toilets. So if you walk through the toilet door here to your right, you would have a row of cubicles going all down this way. There was maybe about 5 or 6 going this way, and then you get to the bottom and then again there was probably like 8 or 9 going this way. Because if you picture that I've walked through the door here and I can see directly in front of me shadows in the toilets, it was 2 people in the toilet. They were in the worst toilet to be in, to be doing this. They were directly in everyone's eye line who was ever going to walk in the door, just there. I'm thinking, no, surely not. No, of course, no. And then I'm like walking slowly towards the door. Bear in mind, I'd just gone down there to scribble my name and run back up. I wasn't going to really do a toilet check. I didn't care. I'm walking like slowly closer to the door and I'm like bending down as I'm going like this, like creeping, and I'm like, that's a man's pair of shoes. And then as I carry on creeping, I'm like, why are there 4 feet in that cubicle? And then I'm like, why are the shadows moving like this? And why can I hear someone going on the door? So I stand there for a minute and I actually think, what do I do? It was a Sunday. It was 3 p.m. I was frozen. I was actually like, nah, it's not happening. It's not. And then I actually like went closer and like got lower to make sure. Like I had to just double, triple, quadruple. I had to check, I had to be sure. What I thought I saw is what was actually going on. And it was. And I could, they were obviously having some trouble with the size of the cubicle, trying to do the business in there. So they did keep like hitting the walls and the door. And like every time I could hear it. I don't know. I just thought, I thought, I'm not doing it. I can't knock on. I can't, surely not. Bear in mind that I started working there when it opened and it hadn't been open long at this point, so I'd probably only worked there for like 3 months or something. So situations like this don't exactly arise every day, so didn't really know what to do. Maybe I didn't know what to do, I just didn't want to do it. So I've run, literally, I turn around, run back out the toilets, and then as soon as I'm like running up the toilets, and then my mate's there and I'm like, should I say it? No. Stacey, comes to the toilets with me. So I drag her downstairs, back into the toilets, and I'm like this, shh, shh, shh. And I was like, what do I do? And she was like, what? I was like, shh, shh, look. We had to like creep forward again to go like and see. I was like, is that me or like are they having sex in the toilet? She was like, no, they are actually having sex in the toilet. She was creasing. Then I was like, what do I do? She didn't want to knock on either, so here's me now. I'm like, oh, do I really have to knock on the toilet? I run upstairs. There was a customer arguing with my manager at the time, so I couldn't even get them. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to do it. So I go back downstairs to the toilets and I knock on the toilet door and then all noise ceases. But nobody says anything. So they stop moving. There's no more noises, there's no more rummaging. It's dead silent in there. Someone dropped a pin, I would have heard it. Dead silent. So I knock on the door again. And I'm like, I need to kick him out. Like, what am I supposed to do? We're a family pub. I was like, excuse me. Nothing. I was like, excuse me. Nothing. I was like, excuse me, I know there's 2 of you in there. You need to come out. The guy goes, all right, love, come in. I'm like, now. And then no one comes out. So I run back upstairs. Can you just come to the girls' toilets with me for a second? He's like, why? I'm like, just need to show you something. Bring him downstairs. The shadows are back at it. Are you joking me? How are you still in the mood for that? He literally goes to the door, he's like, knocking on the door. My manager is like, get out now. And they were like, I'm just having a wee. I was like, I'm still down here as well. I know for a fact that you're not just having a wee. I can't even cope. We had to stand there for a good 5 minutes. Okay. I walked them upstairs and we were like, you need to just get your stuff and leave. When we went upstairs, friends knew or something like that. So when they came upstairs, they were like, yeah, cheering him, cheering. Why? What is this to cheer about? The guy was like, I've got a full pint there. What do you expect me to do with it? I was like, I don't care. We're a family pub. It's a Sunday. You might want to get off your trolley and get your trolleyed off. That's not what they're for. They're for you. I just couldn't believe it. What I will say is that Spoons was one of the best jobs that I've ever had, and it was probably because so many things like this happened. They were doing that, the mates obviously planned it or said they were going down to do it, or the mates knew that they were doing it because they'd done it before, because why else would they have been like, oh yeah, yes, when they came back up. And that's not the only time that I found people having sex in the toilet, so Is this like a planned thing? I'm assuming.
I think you're truly something special. Just what my dreams are.